Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about relations and functions. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now this is for the part 3 of our video class. The part 1 of our video is we actually discuss class with regards to the set of ordered pairs. And then for part 2, we actually explain with regards to the table of values. So if you want to learn more about the part 1 class and then the part 2, I will just put the link on the description down below. Feel free to see that video class. Now, in today's video class, we'll be focusing on mapping. Now, how do you determine if the given mapping or the given diagram is a function or not? Example class, this one right here. We have given mapping or diagram. We have the given input and then the output. Now, is this a function or not? Example number 2. And then we will have plenty of examples class for you to really understand this one class, number 3. And then number 4. So, I will give you 4 examples for you to determine if this is a function or not. Alright, so before we answer that one class is we need to understand more how to create mapping or how to create diagram. So we have given 3 sets. We have set E, set F, and then set G. So how will you create diagram or how will you create mapping in this given ordered pair? So let me just erase letter F, set F, and then set G class because we don't have enough space. I need to explain this one class is step by step. So let me just erase set F and then set G. Alright, let's do that. Alright, now the first thing that we need to do class, simply write down all the inputs and then the outputs. Alright, so let's have that. So we have the input. Alright, and then we have the output. Alright, and then simply draw an oval shape. So you draw an oval shape. Alright, draw an oval shape. Alright, simply write down the input and then the output. Once again class, for the input, there will be the X value. And then for the output, there will be the Y values. Alright, so once again, the first number, there will be the X value. So we have 1. Positive 1 is X value. We have X is equal to positive 2. And then X is equal to positive 3. So we have 1, 2, and then 3. And there will be the input. Once again, class, input, there will be the X values. So 1, arrange that one class. Once again, class, you need to arrange that one. Smallest number is positive 1, positive 2, and then positive 3. So we have 1, 2, and then 3. And then for the outputs, there will be the Y value. So this one right here, Y, positive 5. So Y is equal to positive 7. Y is equal to positive 9. The second number class, those are the Y values. So the smallest number is 5. We have 7. Arrange class, the numbers, and then 9. Alright, so check this one out class. With this first ordered pair, 1 corresponds to positive 5. So 1 corresponds to positive 5. Alright, and then 2 corresponds to positive 7. And then 3 corresponds to positive 9. Alright, now question class. Is this a function or not a function? Check this one out class. Is this a function or not a function? That's correct. This will be a function class because one input corresponds to exactly one output. Now the easy way class, if you have given example like this class, you have this given diagram. If one input has exactly one arrow pointing to that output, therefore class, this will be a function. Once again class, if one input has exactly one arrow pointing to an output, or to an output, therefore class, this will be a function. Now, if one input has 2 or more arrows pointing to different outputs, it will not be a function. Example class, just an example class. If this one input pointing to 2 or more arrows to different outputs, just an example class, this 3 input pointing to another output, just an example class, once again class, this is just an example. If this input 3 pointing to another output, another arrow class pointing to another output, it will not be a function class because this input 3 corresponds to different outputs. There would be 7 and then 9. If you have example like this class, an input has 2 or more arrows pointing to different outputs, automatic class, it will not be a function. But in our given example ordered pair, one input corresponds to exactly one output. Once again class, in our given example, this 3 corresponds to 9. One input corresponds to exactly one output, and there's only one arrow pointing from this output. Therefore class, this will be a function. Once again class, number 1 is a function. Alright, so number 1 is a function and we call this one one-to-one correspondence. one-to-one correspondence. Now, if you have one-to-one correspondence class, automatic class, it will be a function. One-to-one correspondence, automatic class, it will be a function. One input corresponds to exactly one output. If you have given example like this class, you call this one one-to-one correspondence, and it will be a function. Alright, so I hope it's clear for you with this one class for set E. Once again, we call this one a function, and we call this one one-to-one correspondence. One input has exactly one output. And this will be a function because there's only one arrow from this input going to this output. Only one arrow class. Alright, so let's have another example class. Example number 2. Alright, so let's have example number 2. So once again, you write down the inputs and then the outputs. Alright, so input. Alright, and then the output. Do it step by step class. For the input, there will be the X values. Alright, and then for the output, there will be the Y values. And then draw an oval shape. Do it step by step class. Draw an oval shape. Alright, this one right here. Alright, so once again, the first number, those are the input, the X values. So we have this one, this is X, 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 and then X. Once again, simply arrange. Alright, so we have the smallest number is -2. Once again, class, you need to arrange, class. The smallest number is -2. So we have -2. Next number, we have +1. Now, we have 2, +1. Simply write down 1. Once again, class, if you have 2, +1, you have 2 same numbers. Simply write down 1. That would be really fine, class. Once again, class, we have 2, 1. Simply write down 1. So that would be 1, and then we have +5. Alright, so we have -2. We have 2 ones, repeated 1. Simply write down 1. That would be really fine, class. That's just the same, class. Simply write down 1 and then +5. And then for the Y values, we have +2, +3, +1, and then +4. Alright, so for the Y values, we have the smallest number. We have +1, so +1. Second will be +2. We have +3, and then +4. Alright, so check this one out, class. Give an ordered pair. So we have 1 and then 2, +1 and then 2, +1 and then 2. This one right here. Alright, so we have -2 and then 3. We have -2 and then 3. This one right here. Alright, and then we have +5 and then 1. So +5 and then 1. This one right here. Alright, last one, we have 1 and then +4. 1 and then +4. This one right here. Now, question class. Question class. Is this a function or not a function? Question class, is this a function or not a function? That's correct. This will not be a function, class. Why is that, sir? Because this input 1 corresponds to different outputs. That would be 2 and then 4. Once again, class, this input 1 corresponds to 2 different outputs. That would be 2 and then 4. Or the quick and easy way, class, if the input has 2 or more arrows pointing to different outputs, therefore, class, it will not be a function. Now, this input 1 pointing to 2 different outputs, this one right here, 2 arrows, class, 1 and then 2, 1 and then 4. Therefore, class, this will not be a function because this input has 2 arrows pointing to different outputs. That would be 2 and then 4. That's automatic, class. Just based on this given example, class, based on this given diagram, as you can see, class, this one right here pointing to 2 different outputs, 1 pointing to 2 and then 1 pointing to 4. There are 2 arrows for different outputs. Therefore, class, automatic. This will not be a function because this input has 2 or more different outputs. So there would be 2 and then 4. This will not be a function. Alright, so therefore, this will not be a function. So, not a function. Not a function. So, once again, class, this input 1 has 2 arrows pointing to different outputs. There would be 2 and then 4. Now, you call this one, class, one-to-many. Once again, class, there would be one-to-many. So, this correspondence right here, we call this one one-to-many. One-to-many correspondence. Alright, so once again, class, we call this one one-to-many correspondence because this input 1 corresponds to 2 different outputs. That will be 2 and then 4. And this will not be a function. If you have one-to-many, class, correspondence, automatic, class, it will not be a function. I hope it's clear for you with this one, class, with regards to example number 2. Alright, so once again class, one input corresponds to two different outputs, and this will be called one-to-many correspondence, and this will not be a function. Alright, so let's proceed now to set G, and that will be number 3, and then later on we will have our activity. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. So simply write down the input and then the output. So input and then the output. Alright, so for the input, there will be the x values, so x values, and then for the output, there will be the y values. Alright, simply draw an oval shape. Do it step by step, class. Draw an oval shape. Alright, so for the input, there will be the x value. So this one right here, the first number, x. We have this one, the first number. Alright, and then simply arrange the smallest number. We have negative 3. So the smallest number is negative 3. So we have negative 3. Alright, and the next will be negative 2. So negative 2. We have negative 1. So negative 1. We have positive 1. Positive 1. So we have another negative 2. Negative 3. We're done with this one. Negative 2. Negative 1. Next will be positive 1. So positive 1, we have positive 2, and then positive 3. Alright, and then for the output, so we have this one right here. Second number, those are the outputs. Alright, so the smallest number we have, alright, so we have positive 1. We have 2, positive 1, simply write down 1. That will be really the same class. We have 2, positive 1, simply write down 1. So that will be 1. And then we have 2, positive 4, simply write down 4. And then we have 2, positive 9, simply write down 9. Once again, class, if the number class is repeating, simply write down 1. It would be really the same class. Once again, if you have 3 9s, simply write down only 1 9. It would be really the same class. Alright, so the output, we have 1, 4, and then 9. Alright, let's do it step by step. Let's start with the first ordered pair, 1 and then 1. So we have 1 and then 1, positive 1 and then 1. So this one right here. Alright, second ordered pair, we have negative 1 and then 1. Do it step by step, class. We have negative 1 and then 1. So negative 1 and then 1, this one right here. We have 2 and then 4. Positive 2 and then 4, this one right here. We have negative 2 and then 4, this one right here, negative 2 and then 4. Alright, we have 3, positive 3 and then 9, this one right here, positive 3 and then 9. And then last one, we have negative 3 and then 9, this one right here, negative 3 and then 9. Now, question class, is this a function or not a function? Question class, is this a function or not a function? That's correct, this will be a function class. Now, question, sir, why is that, sir? Why this is a function, sir? Now, this is a function class because this input has exactly one arrow pointing to that output. Once again, class, this input, check this one out, class. This input, negative 3, has only one arrow, right? Going to this output. Negative 2 input has exactly one arrow going to this output. Negative 1 has exactly one arrow. Positive 1 has exactly one arrow. Positive 2 has exactly one arrow. Positive 3 has exactly one arrow. If the input has exactly one arrow pointing to the output, therefore, class, this will be a function class. Easy as that, class. Quick and easy way, class. If this given input has exactly one arrow going to that output, this will be a function class. Easy as that. Let's check this one out, class. With this given input, 3 has exactly one arrow. 2 has exactly one arrow. Check this one out, class. Only one arrow. This one right here. Only one arrow. This one right here. Only one arrow. Only one arrow. Only one arrow. Only one arrow. Therefore, class, this will be a function. Easy as that, class. That's the quick and easy way, class. This will be a function. Alright, so this will be a function and we call this one many-to-one correspondence. So we call this one many-to-one correspondence. And that's it, because we're all set. So let's proceed now to our activity. I hope you understand this one, because with regards to example number 3. So let's proceed now to our activity, and then later on, you will be answering another example. Let's check if you really understand our topic class. So let's proceed now to our activity. Alright, so let's proceed now to our activity. Then later on, class, you'll be answering number 5 and then number 6. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. We have given input, there would be 5, 7, and then 9. And then given output, that would be 1, 3, 6, and then 8. Now question, class, is this a function or not a function? That's correct. Automatic, class, this will not be a function. Why is that, sir? Because this input 9 has two arrows pointing to different outputs. Once again, class, this input 9 corresponds to different outputs. There would be 6 and then 8. Or the quick and easy way, class, this input 9 has two arrows pointing to different outputs. Automatic, class, this will not be a function. Easy as that, class, not a function. Because this input 9 has two arrows pointing to different outputs. Now, question, with regards to example number 2. Is this a function or not a function? So, we have given input 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Output 3, 7, and then 4. Question, class, is this a function or not a function? That's correct. This will be a function. Why is that, sir? Because this input has exactly one output. Once again, class, this input has exactly one arrow pointing to this output. Input, only one arrow pointing to this output. Input, only one arrow pointing to this output. Input pointing to this output. Once again, class, this input has exactly one arrow pointing to an output. Therefore, this will be a function. As you can see, class, this input has only one arrow. This input has only one arrow pointing to this output. This input has only one arrow pointing to this output. This input has only one arrow pointing to this output. Automatic, this will be a function. Easy as that, class. The quick and easy way, class. This will be a function. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. Alright, so number 3. Is this a function or not a function? Nope, this is not a function, class, because this 0 has two arrows pointing to different outputs. There will be 15 and then 16. Check this one out, class. This 0 has two arrows pointing to 15 and then 16. Therefore, this will not be a function. Easy as that, class. Quick and easy way, class. This 0, input 0 has two arrows pointing to different outputs. There will be 15 and then 16. Alright, how about this one? For negative 4, only one arrow. Negative 2, only one arrow. 0, only one arrow. 2, only one arrow. 4, only one arrow. Therefore, this will be a function. That's the quick and easy way, class. Number 4 is a function. Easy as that, class, with regards to example number 4. Alright, so once again, class, you try this one, class. Example number 5 and then number 6. And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.